Get your CGR shirts and glassware at ClassicGameRoom.com. Classic Game Room is brought to you by Magnum Skywolf. CGR is supported by fans on Patreon. Thank you. Welcome to Classic Game Room for the review of the new Nintendo 3DS XL. It's new because it says it's new on the back. In the year 2084, this will still be new. You won't have time to play it because you're busy fighting robots and brain people, but it's new. And it's got the same split screens, touchscreen on the bottom, plays 3DS and DS games. It's the best 3DS. The question is, should you buy one? Let's find out. New! It's still new! 10 minutes from now, it will be new. It's still new. Stop waiting. It's not going to be not new anytime soon. Oh wait, now it's not new. Remember when the Nintendo 3DS was new? Classic Game Room does. It was a long time ago, but now we have a new 3DS. In fact, it's called the new Nintendo 3DS XL. Will it still be new in 2084? What about in 1 million years when we've evolved into transparent brain people? Will it still be new? What an odd choice of names, Nintendo. You should have named it the Game Meister! And it should play one game, and one game only because one game is all you need. Well, you know, maybe it should play 2 games, provided the second one is Earth Defense Force. So, what's new about the new Nintendo 3DS XL? Well, basically the thumbstick. That's what really stands out for me. I like the additional little thumbstick, which reminds me of the old IBM ThinkPads from the 90s. It also says new on the back. There's some styling changes, increased power, better 3D with face tracking, and amiibo support. New. I actually agree with all of their updates. It's just a shame that they didn't do them when the 3DS actually was new. This means you'll need to buy another one, and that's just what Nintendo's counting on, which is why the new 3DS XL is so new it doesn't even come with a charger. The charger's old, but the 3DS is new. Regardless, you'll still have to charge it, so you either need to buy a charger, or presumably, hopefully, you have one. Hey Nintendo, that was a dick move. Maybe this is a new way of doing things. The new 3DS XL is the first electronics device I've ever seen that doesn't come with any way to power it. Nintendo is the asshole that shows up at the party, drinks all the beer, leaves with your girlfriend, yet you still like them because they're kind of fun to hang out with. The new Nintendo 3DS XL is an improvement over the old one and the XL. But Nintendo cares not for crying children on Christmas morning whose parents didn't read the fine print. I'm concerned about this trend. What's next? Am I going to buy a PlayStation that comes in the box without a PlayStation? Includes all you need to play PlayStation except the PlayStation. I'm not doing a good job selling this, am I? It's actually the best 3DS. And revamping or redesigning a game console is hardly new. The Atari 2600 was redesigned a couple times, as well as the Sega Genesis and the PlayStation 3. But all of those game systems came with some adequate means to power them. Nintendo is the only company in the world that could get away with this, because Nintendo fans love Nintendo no matter what they do. And odds are, new 3DS XLs are being purchased by those of you who already have a 3DS. And then you'll already have a charger, so that's no problem. The big question here is, should you upgrade to the new 3DS XL? If you have the old one, like the really old one, I would say yes. But if you have the standard XL, which was a huge improvement over the original, I'm not so sure. The new 3DS XL is pretty similar. You no longer need an additional device for amiibo support. You place your amiibo right on the screen, and they work, so if you're into amiibo, that's good. The thumbstick is more like a nubbin. I call it a nubbin. Woo! Yeah! I think they call it a C-stick because it's not a thumbstick. In Hyrule Warriors, you can use it to rotate the camera around a little bit, but it's in an awkward position. They totally just shoved it into the design. It's not that bad, though. If you want a handheld with 2 real thumbsticks, though, buy a Vita. But the Vita won't work with Amiibo. It does come with a power supply. However, Sony screws you on the memory card, so they're even there. The 3D is better on the new 3DS XL, and by better, I mean less awful. The face tracking gives it a little bit more leeway, so you don't have to just be staring at it dead center all the time. That is an improvement if you like the 3D. It's more powerful, and you can never go wrong with more power. Especially if you're looking to play some of the bigger 3DS games like Xenoblade Chronicles 3D and Hyrule Warriors Legends. And Senran Kagura, where more power makes clothes fly off easier. Of course. After spending some time with this, the additional horsepower is noticeable with a lot of the 3DS games, even the older ones. It's just snappier, things load faster. It's an improved 3DS. It is better, and there's a few games that you need the new 3DS to play. And I think Hyrule Warriors specifically says on the back of the packaging, if you want to use the 3D feature in Hyrule Warriors, you need the new 3DS XL, but from experience here, you don't actually want the 3D feature in Hyrule Warriors. It's perfectly good. In fact, it's better in 2D.
Now, press A. I got this.
Okay. In conclusion, if cash is tight or you'd rather spend your money on new games rather than upgrading, I would not buy the new 3DS XL if you already have the standard 3DS XL. It's not that much of an improvement to warrant the additional price tag. Maybe if you sell the old one on eBay, but you'll want to hang on to your power supply, and that'll make selling your old one a bit more complicated. If you have the super old 3DS, it is worth the upgrade, and if you don't have a 3DS at all, buy a Sega Nomad. Assuming you already have a Sega Nomad, then yes, definitely get the new 3DS XL. Just make sure to buy the power charger as well. The added power is definitely noticeable. It's snappier, it's faster, it's better. I also like the improvements to the design. The switches and buttons are in better places now. They just make more sense. It's a nicer design. The card slot in the front is also better. You don't run the risk of popping it out as much. So, there you have it. The new Nintendo 3DS. When do we get the new Nintendo 3DS? Or the new Nintendo 3DS? How many news can they put in front of it? Which just makes me think of the Huey Lewis and the News Special Edition Nintendo 3DS. How great would that be? Come on. Terrible joke, but a good idea. With a bazillion Nintendo 3DS and DS games to play, added horsepower, better features, improved face tracking, and a nubbin, the new 3DS XL is the way to go, provided you can charge it. Take it. If you're going to buy the game anyway, buy it through ClassicGameRoom.com. Classic Game Room is supported by fans on Patreon. Thank you. Now prepare for the Lord Carnage Club, where I celebrate these backers on Patreon by shouting their name in a volcano! Derek Langley. Beer is the trick. Steven Chucknick. From New Jersey! Michael Fernandez! People not named Michael Fernandez aren't Michael Fernandez. Al Stiver! Woo! EDM! Jason from British Columbia. Philip Strabenmuller from Vienna, Austria. Cue the thunder. Jeff, Captain Dauntless, Briar. Cue the lava. I don't know what lava sounds like. It sounds like this. Jack Stavris from Australia. Ohad Kane, Master of Thunder. Chip Sankvale, Fighter of Space Bees. Woo! Rick DeBarros gets the extra disco. Michael and Ariana Nelson, Fighters of the Future. That's enough disco, because now it's time to shout, Busy Signal! That's right, and keep the volume loud and the party rocking for Sean Zoltek. Really? No. Sean Zoltek! Sergio Matthias Hergert! Tubular. Will.